This is Matt with Matt's BBQ Pits, and today we're going to talk about insulated fireboxes. We like to build the insulated fireboxes on pits 24-inch diameter and larger. The reason we don't put them on a lot of the small backyard pits is because they weigh quite a bit. All right, an insulated firebox is going to weigh more than this pit. So when you put them on a backyard pit, you got to think about mobility. Now, we can put them on the 24 diameter size, but it's going to be something you're going to want to move around on a concrete slab or sidewalk or something like that in your backyard rather than through grass. Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun moving this through grass. So anyways, for the backyard pits, 20 diameters, we really like to recommend, if you want a super firebox, you go with the 3/8 plate firebox. Now, why would you want a thicker firebox like a 3/8 thick firebox or a 2-inch thick insulated firebox? Well, a firebox is the engine of your smoker. It's the engine, it's the fuel tank, it's the carburetor, all in one. And so when you think about that, you need to have the proper sized engine for your pit. You got to be able to hold enough burning fuel at a time to heat up the smoker of the size of your choice. The insulated firebox is really nice. It's 2-inch thick. We put 3/8 plate on the inside and then a 1-inch layer of high temp ceramic insulation, 2400 degree insulation, and then a decorative layer on the outside of 3/16. With the welds polished down smooth on the corners. The insulated firebox is going to help you in several functions. Number one, you're going to use less fuel to heat this big smoker here. Number two, it's going to produce less smoke, so you'll have more control over the amount of smoke getting to your meat. It'll burn at a hotter temperature and produce kind of less smoky exhaust. Another reason to get the insulated firebox is longevity. If you don't have to have as big of a fire, you're not going to be putting as much wear and tear on the unit over the years. The next reason is the paint on the outside. Okay, we've all been there. It doesn't matter what high heat, high temp paint you use. You are, after some time, maybe 6 months to a year, going to have to do some maintenance. Well, with an insulated firebox, it's going to protect that paint on the outside far better than you would with a plate firebox. It's just not going to take as much abuse on the outside. You can use automotive paints on the outside of an insulated firebox. So if you want a nice pretty blue or orange barbecue pit, you would want to buy the insulated firebox as well, rather than the plate. An insulated firebox is going to cost quite a bit more. That's one of the downsides, as well as it being extra heavy. It takes more material and time, to build it. So, but when you're considering a good sized trailer pit like this, all right, now the insulated firebox is the way to go. I've had customers who have used pits, of this size or larger with, a 1/4-inch firebox, and they say that it's just a night and day world of difference. All right, and we've got the 30 diameter smoker pits as well on the trailers, and they tell me the same thing. The insulated firebox is night and day difference between just a 3/8 plate firebox and an insulated firebox. I wouldn't even recommend a 30-inch diameter pit with a plate firebox. I would only go with an insulated firebox on a 30-inch diameter. I mean, you're going to be just kicking yourself, you know, loading so much wood into a cook. But with the insulated box, man, it goes pretty easy and smooth. So anyways, there's other things we can do with your firebox. We can certainly, you know, have a you know, a plate type coal grate in your firebox, and these are certainly good and last a while. You can choose to upgrade it with a thicker plate. You know, we can do 3/8 plate. Now, it's going to be really heavy when you got to take it out and start cleaning. And you got to think, well, is this going to deter me from cleaning out my pit? Because it's pain in the rear to take out a 3/8 plate coal grate. Other cool options would be a slide out coal basket. If you go to our hot rod pit video, I show you an example on mine where it's got the slide out basket where all the ashes are contained in a built-in ash pan on the bottom. You can ask about that in your order as well, and we'll probably end up making a video of your different options for as far as coal grates or baskets. The baskets also help you kind of, you know, maintain the coals, you know, in a nice uniform area for people who like that neatness, and it keeps the fire and the logs off the sides of the firebox as well. Again, this is Matt with Matt's BBQ Pits, and I hope I've helped you in you know, understanding the firebox, and hope to see you soon.